It is becoming interesting. The Nigeria Senate, known as the Nigeria Parliament, today on the 5th of April 2026, on the floor of their red chamber, raised a motion to read the Riot Act to the South African government, citing the breach in bilateral agreement. The motion was presented by the senator representing Edo South, Senator Adam Oshiomhole, have accused the South African government for their inability and weak response towards the xenophobic attacks and failure to protect the Nigerian citizens from being killed in South Africa. In his motion presentation to the Nigerian Senate, Senator Adam Oshiomhole have asked the Nigerian government to withdraw the operating licenses of the South African companies that are operating in Nigeria, and also to nationalize those companies like MTN and DSTV in order to accord a good job to the returnees and deportees from the South Africa, those Nigerians that will be deported from South Africa to Nigeria. Hello viewers, now let's analyze the content of the motion that has been presented by the Nigerian senator to the South African government. But before we start, let's invite our guests. Our guests at the forefront here, the major actors of Foreigners Must Leave South Africa. These guys are trying to split Africa continent by two. They want to have Africa and have South Africa. Our guest number one, Ngizwe Nchunu. Ngizwe Nchunu have asked all the Nigerian citizens in South Africa to leave and go back to Nigeria, regardless of your status, whether documented or non-documented. He asks you, as long as you are a Nigerian, leave and go back to your country, Nigeria. Now, let's analyze Ngizwe Nchunu rhetorics. Ngizwe Nchunu, it is an obligation for every government to protect her citizens. And now, when you are attacking a citizens of Nigeria in your country, South Africa, be ye known that you are directly attacking Nigeria as a country and therefore attacking the government of Nigeria. And here the responsibility of Nigeria as a country applies to your rhetorics. You understand that. And we bring in our guest, number two, Jacinta Mangobese Zuma, the number one leader of Marshall March Civil Organization. Jacinta have accused Nigerians living in South Africa for dealing in drugs, early child prostitution, human trafficking, kidnappings, and hijackings. And for these mentioned reasons, Jacinta wants all Nigerians, documented or non-documented, to be deported back home to Nigeria. And Jacinta have launched a selective profile to hunt for Nigerians in her protest. Jacinta do not mince words when she said that she hates Nigerians, that Nigerians are the ones committing crime in South Africa, that Nigerians are the problems in South Africa. In previously protests, she have launched an attack towards Nigerians and the foreign nationals, but in particular, she have launched a selected attack and profiling of Nigerian citizens living in South Africa. And in this channel, we would like to address to Jacinta. Dear Jacinta, we address to you that crime have no nationality, crime have no religion, crime have no tribe, and therefore crime have no brother or no sister. Because a criminal is a criminal. A criminal is a person who wants to take from you, regardless of your race, sex, or orientation. A criminal is a criminal and cannot be condemned. In all totality, we condemn criminals because we need a free society. We do not want crime. So Jacinta, do not profile a particular people as criminals. Criminal is not better and crime is not better committed by a particular person, by a particular tribe, or by a particular nationality. We condemn crime in totality because crime is crime, and criminals will be allowed to be dealt with the instrument of law using legal instruments to deal with them. not by, not by mob psychology. Not by mob psychology. And in wrapping up our address to Jacinta, we would like to ask Jacinta to substantiate her allegations towards Nigerians committing crime in South Africa by providing to us the crime statistics in South Africa so that we would examine the ranking of Nigeria, at what percentage is their crime sitting in the country. And we bring to you our guest number 3, Zandile Dabula. She is the leader of Operation Dudula Vigilantes, a group specialized on illegal eviction of foreign nationals in South Africa. They have evicted thousands of foreign nationals, thereby leaving thousands of foreign nationals and their family homeless in South Africa. Operation Dudula carried out eviction of foreigners without court orders or obtaining permission. They believe that you are occupying a house that is belonging to South Africa. Whether you pay a bond house or mortgages, they do not care. They have rendered lots of foreign nationals homeless in South Africa through their activities. And now let's address Zandile Dabula and her group. Zandile Dabula, as the Nigerian High Commission may have presented the motion, and I quote, "The Nigerians are in South Africa to earn a living. Thereby they should have residence and title to buy houses if they qualify to. So, during your eviction, please do verify and do all your activities through the instrument of law. Obtain a court order before you carry out any activities, and do report these activities of illegal occupation to the government so that the department will handle the eviction. This will enhance victims of your activities towards illegal eviction." And we present to you our guest number 4, Mr. Nkosikon and Dabandaba, going by the name Pakelum Tagat. Mr. Pakelum Tagat is very notorious. Mr. Pakelum Tagat, you could see his techniques during the protest, the anti-foreigners protest, where he beat hell out of people. He shut down and locked up the foreigners' shops. He shut down all the business. He led the protest from the front. He accused foreigners of being the mastermind of every crime that is being committed in South Africa. He is raising the soldiers of tomorrow that will take over the affairs of the country. He don't mince words when he say, "I will beat hell out of you." Mr. Pakelum Tagat demanded from the government of South Africa the sum of 5 million rands. What is he going to do with the money? He is going to use this money to buy enough stockpiles of food for his foot soldiers that he is going to position in all the port of entries and borders of South Africa. And also, he is going to use the money to buy enough of razor wire and barbed wires to barricade every port of entry into South Africa. Thereby, he do not gonna want to allow anything to migrate into South Africa. So we are now going to respond to Pakelum Tagat. Pakelum Tagat, my brother, what you are trying to do, simply you are trying to create 2 continents in Africa. You want to split Africa into 2 continents, the continent of South Africa and the continent of Africa. The moment you barricade the whole port of entry and borders with barbed wire or razor wire, you are thereby splitted Africa already into 2 continents. In summary, I hereby present to you that I am a Pan-Africanist and thereby appeal to you to promote motherland with one agenda, which is one people, one Africa, and one continent. Let's live the African dream. See you next time, and God bless you.